Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CMO TV. We've got ourselves a very special episode today. A little bit of a short one, but if you stick around to the end, we've got a little nugget, a little surprise for all of you, and a little surprise as to what makes this story just a little extra special. Today, we're going to talk about the very first Karen. Yes, there is a first Karen. Now, yes, Karens have been around for eons. Absolutely. I've heard even Cleopatra herself might have been a Karen. This is unconfirmed, but these are the way stories go. But let's get right into this. The very first Karen, Miss Amy Cooper, New York City, Central Park, May of 2020. She's walking her dog in Central Park and then does the unthinkable. Takes her dog off leash. Now, guys, this is New York City. It's a big place. Central Park, a large park. Her dog, a very little dog. You don't take the dog off leash. You just don't. It's Central Park. Now, there are certainly dog runs in Central Park and all over the city where you can totally take your dog off leash. But in this particular area, I think it's called the Rambles, you just don't do it. You just don't. And Christian Cooper, no relation, a black fellow who's there to bird watch. Okay. He's there bird watching. He does this all the time. And he deals with these Karens. Again, no Karens have ever existed up to this point, but he's aware that these Karens are out there, so much so that what does he do? He actually has dog treats with him for just this scenario. Amazing stuff. So what happens? Amy Cooper, aka the first Karen, has her dog off leash. Christian Cooper, no relation, bird watcher, African-American fella, sees this and says, "Hey, lady, you got to put your dog on a leash. This is the order of things. You just can't be willy-nilly doing it your way." Okay? She goes, "Hey, man, mind your own business," or something to that effect. He's like, "No, this is our business. We're here enjoying the park together. You're breaking the rules. I'm trying to enjoy bird watching. Meanwhile, I got to worry about your dog who could get hurt or get affected by whatever." Right? And, you got to keep your dog on a leash. And she goes, "Hey, man, no, that's not cool." And he's like, "Well, if you're not going to keep your dog on a leash, I'm going to take a treat out and I'm going to give your dog a treat. And then you're not going to like that your dog is no longer in your control." She's like, "Hey, hey, man." Starts now she's threatened, right? She's threatened. What is she going to do? What's this Karen going to do? She starts calling the cops. Meanwhile, I don't know if she's like calling the cops or yanking her dog at the same time, but she's yanking her dog. She like grabs her dog by the neck, gets the leash on her dog. Now the dog is like noosed up. She's like choking the dog. She's trying to walk the dog towards the threat as she's yelling at this man, half masked up, yelling at this man, trying to call the cops. This guy's like, "Dude, you're in the wrong. Just leash up your dog. That's the rule." She's like, so now she's on the phone trying to tell the police all this cockamamie stuff. Like, "There's this black guy here threatening me, and making up this stuff." Meanwhile, he's recording it, showing very clearly none of the stuff she's saying is true. Meanwhile, she's like this 6-figure, college educated, whatever, liberal. I make a ton of money and, you don't tell me what to do. Black man, so she's going off. He's being pretty calm. He's a bird watcher. How crazy could the guy be? And lo and behold, the birthing of the first Karen, the Central Park Karen. That's where it began, right then and there. May 25th of 2020. And what's crazy is I remember this video like just popping off and going like really viral very quickly. And wait for it. Now, here's where the nugget comes in, folks. Again, this is going to be a short video, but here's the nugget. It was going to be like the biggest thing for days, I'm sure. But something got in the way. You know what that was? Mr. George Floyd. That's right. Within an hour or so of that video and that breaking news of that Karen, the very first Karen, which still stuck. The Karen meme, the Karen word, the Karen nomenclature, it stuck. But George Floyd saved Amy Cooper from really worldwide fame. Now, maybe this video will make Amy Cooper a little more famous. Now, she says she's got to deal with this, and it's hard for her to get jobs anymore. But come on. Come on. You're famous. You're the first Karen, Amy. You should have a blog. You should be writing articles. You know, I know you did an op-ed for Newsweek of how you're still a victim. Come on. Come on. Christian Cooper, he's the victim. He was trying to birdwatch. You're the one with your off-leash dog, and then you're starting to choke your dog. Come on. You shouldn't even own that dog. I don't know if you still do. Poor little thing. But anyway, pretty crazy stuff. So you were saved by George Floyd, who was tragically died in that other situation. But that's a story for another time. For now, we've got Christian Cooper, Amy Cooper, no relation, and that poor little dog. I don't know the dog's name. That would have been good for this story, but that poor little guy, he got the short end. I don't even think he got the treat after all. You know, Christian Cooper brought that treat over, and Amy Cooper said she thought he was trying to poison her dog. Come on. This is what a college-educated woman making six figures thinks in Central Park of a bird watcher who happens to be black. Oh, man, the world we live in. Well, 2020 is gone, right? There you have it, folks. The very first Karen. You heard it here. Amy Cooper. Yeah, I'll say her name. I'll say her name. That's right. Well, that's the video for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something. And I hope you guys keep your dogs on leash in the right places and off leash in the right places as well. The dog runs. Those are where you can take your dogs off leash. And all the best to you guys, wherever it is you are, whatever it is you're doing. Thanks for watching.